Let's read some Glitch in the Matrix stories. Hi, Matrix. Hi. I've had lots of paranormal type encounters in the past, but I still never fully believed in ghosts because I was either young or it happened when I was half asleep or having sleep paralysis. So I just chalked it up to high stress. This story takes the cake for me and solidified everything else I've experienced to be real. Back in 2018, I moved into a 2-bedroom condo in Tarzana, California. I had a huge master bedroom and a smaller secondary bedroom. Naturally, I set my bedroom up in the master. But every night I got this unsettling feeling that I was being watched. My sleep was trash and I was working graveyard shifts at the time, so when I got ready, the feeling like I was being watched was so real, I almost didn't want to take a shower. It felt like the veil was at its thinnest and at any moment something would show up out of the space-time continuum and eat me. I also forgot to mention that I heard breathing and a low growl when I was right on the brink of sleep that was separate from my own breathing, and it would wake me back up. After about 2 weeks of this, I moved my room into my other bedroom and kept the other room for storage. Good idea. It was a nothing room that just held everything I hadn't unpacked or had nowhere to put. Fast forward to 2019, my boyfriend at the time, now husband, moved in with me. We slept out on the couch because my twin-size bed wasn't enough for 2 people to sleep on. One day, he came home around 9 p.m. and I was getting ready to shower and hang out with him. I nonchalantly told him the master bedroom freaks me out and I hate going in there. I took my shower and came back out to him screaming at this thing. What thing? He'd made a protection ring with an extension cord and poured salt around him, and he was screaming at this monster. He said things like, "Oh, you think you can lick me? Try again." It licked him? Oh my God. "And you don't belong here. You will not torture Cody any longer." And this was in a booming, low, raspy voice, and he was shouting with everything that he had. I can't even describe it in text. So he yelled at this thing for a good 30 minutes, saying it will never hurt me or hunt me again. It wasn't welcome and was banished from the house and needed to go. When he was done, he told me it kept licking him and he could hear the growling I was describing to him. Did he go in the master bedroom? Is that why it was licking him? We finished our night like every other night and went to sleep on the couch. So here's where it gets crazy. I'm sorry, it wasn't crazy yet. My condo had a door with 3 locks and a screen with 2 locks, and I lock them religiously every time I come in the house. Not always all 5, but at least the knob of the screen and the knob of the deadbolt on the inner door. When we woke up the next morning, both doors were open. We tried to justify it as the wind or thinking maybe we were about to get robbed, but since we were sleeping, they just left. But none of it made sense with how many locks we had locked the night before. The only thing we could think of that made sense was the most irrational thing ever. We thought that this demon just up and left our house in the middle of the night. I went and checked the scary room and it felt calm. For the first time in a year, we saged the hell out of the place and never experienced any more negative spiritual activity for the remainder of our lease. Yes, there was other cool positive stuff, but I don't think I can talk about it if this goes to Facebook. Oh, too bad. To this day, I have no idea what the demon was, what it wanted, or how it got there. I don't know the history of the condo or what crazy stuff happened before we got there, but this was hands down the most hands-on spiritual experience I've ever had with something I could feel and hear but not see. And to this day, we've tried to find another explanation for what might have happened, but nothing else makes more sense than the demon just up and leaving our house. You definitely didn't get robbed, because if someone was going to rob you and you were sleeping, they would continue to rob you. That's like the second best time to rob somebody, I would think, right? First best is when they're not here, and second best is they're sleeping, so we could just take whatever we want and leave. The doors were wide open like that. I agree with you, and the room felt calm afterwards. I agree with you. He got this thing to leave. It's interesting to me that it left in the middle of the night though, and that it didn't leave like immediately when he was yelling at it. This is just another reminder that your words are powerful, friends. Use your words with authority when you want something to leave. He did a good job. I'm so proud of him. I'm glad you guys are good. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Everybody in the comments, let me know what you think the chill factor of this story was. 1, it gave you a little bit of chills. 2, medium chills. 3, mega chill. I'm Auntie Matrix, and if you like stories like this, make sure that you follow me, and you can send me yours if you want to this email address right here.